Hi everyone, this is Iradian, and I finally got a mic so I can record myself. Yay. I'm still working out a few problems, um, but I can record my voice, and that's all that matters. So I'm going to start with a few tutorials on Sytrus, some basic tutorials about what it is, what it can do. So what is it? It's a little bit of everything. It can do frequency modulation, subtractive synthesis, and additive synthesis. Uh, 6 operators. They're called operators instead of oscillators because they can operate on each other. Frequency modulation. So that's the frequency modulation part. Additive, you can take a wave, so we'll say a saw wave, and you can break it down into individual sine waves, and that's basically what additive synthesis is. Taking a wave and breaking it down into individual harmonics. So you have control over 256 of them in Sytrus. So there's your additive. And this is all in the oscillator tab. Down here, filters. So you have 3 filters. You can have them going serially into each other or directly out, or both. Set of filters, standard filters, low passes, high passes, bands, notches, even have a phaser, and a really basic effects section. So chorus, 3 delays, and a reverb. I don't know why there's 3 delays. I don't know why I can't talk properly when I'm recording either, but that's that. This matrix is pretty important. I want to go over this really briefly. This is where most of the main stuff happens in Sytrus. So first of all, this column is where you get your sound. So if there's nothing active in this column, you won't have any sound. Knobs in the matrix are in the middle by default, which means they're off. So if you turn them to the left or the right, then you'll get some sound or modulation if it's in this area. This is where you get your main sounds. Effects you turn on in this column, pan individual operators in this column, and you can send operators into the filters in these 3 rows. So for example, I have operator 4 going into filter 2 at max volume, and it's going directly out. Operator 2 going phase inverted into filter 3 and going directly into effects. And normally you turn it to the right. That's the normal on. If you turn it to the left, that's phase inverted. So we'll say you have a sine wave. Let me have a sine wave, please. It goes max amplitude back to the middle, which is no amplitude. Then you go negative amplitude. So phase inverted, you're going to get negative amplitude first, and then it's going to go up, and then you'll have positive amplitude. This is just for sine wave. It's different for like square waves or any other waves. So if I take like a random wave, and it's going to be basically the opposite. So this point up here is going to be down there when I phase invert it. That took a little bit too long to explain, but that's what happens when you turn the knob to the left. It doesn't really affect the sound that much. If you're doing modulating, you can sometimes notice a difference. It's not usually a huge deal. And then you can also do ring modulation in here. I'm going to give that its own video. It's a bit different than frequency modulation. And that's pretty much a basic summary, a really basic explanation of Sytrus. Hopefully I did okay. Hopefully I'm going to get better at talking in the future. That would be nice. Yeah, see ya.